Oh, wow, that was flippin' fast, baby girl. Hi. Hi, you guys. I'm dressed. I have my turtle earrings on. That what's her face? Becca's daughter Trinity made me. I sent her some money. Cute. I can't even show them. See those turtles? You guys see the turtles? Wait. Oh, God. Wait, I should just take one off. What am I doing? Hi, Pam. Hi, you guys. I stuck my PayPal in. I don't want to do the monetization thing. I've shown these before. Are they the cutest ever? Look at the teeny turtles and the little beads. This is Becca, Tattooed Angel's daughter, who's now 13. She was 12 when she made these. Isn't they adorable? I sent her some cash in an envelope and she went and got the beads. She goes, they told me that she's making me something special. Of course, I love green. Of course, I can't get it back in. Hi, Hindsights. I hope Becca isn't going live right now with her karaoke. I hope it's in 30 minutes. Hi, Mary Jane. Hi. Hi, everybody. I know I care too much about how I look all the time, you guys, but I was just all that abuse from men in the past, you know? You're old, you're fat, you're this, you're that. You know? I mean, I wasn't really fat. I had a little more skin on my arms and everything, but I didn't think I was fat. Okay, I know this is up a little bit. Here, I'll turn it down a little while the people are hopping in. Oops. There we go. Now you guys can hear me. This is the situation. All these past lives, I've been turning down my volume on my iPad and not the music here in the StreamYard. See how that's lower for you guys? Plus you can hear me. For 9 days or something I've been doing that. Wow. All right. Okay, so Andrea Yates. We'll let a few more people pop or hop in. Hi, Stardust. Hi, Christy Kids. Lulu. Hi, everyone. The Kiki and Lily show. Stop, you're beautiful. Well, I mean, thank you for that, but it's just, I don't know. It's like when people are bullied in school, it stays with you forever. It's that kind of thing. Oh, why is the volume crackling like that, you guys? Hear it crackling? Weird. Okay, hold on. Why is it crackling? Oh, no. Difficulties. Okay. Is my voice crackling too, besides the music? Someone let me know. No, I hear music though. Is red your natural color? You're so pretty on the inside. It shows on the outside. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I didn't even know I put your comment up there. Oh, that's what I can do so everyone can see the comments. I keep forgetting to do that. I was born a redhead. There's a picture of me as a baby. My hair is this color, a darkish red. And then it was red, right? And then, am I crackling? Voice fine? Girl, that music is loud, not your voice. Oh, it's the music. Okay. All right, let me turn it off. It's all crackly. Maybe I need to like reboot the iPad, but not now. My voice is good. Anyway, in high school, wait. Oh, I am on comments. In high school, my hair was like an strawberry blonde auburny kind of thing. And then I started dyeing it when I was 27. Red, black, brown, burgundy. I've had all kinds of colors. I tried burgundy like in my late 40s. And then I did that blue black, right? The black with the, it's got, I think they're undertones of blue. Your hair doesn't look blue, but you know. Anyway, hi Angie. Hi Lloyd Boston. Yeah, hit the like, please. Hi, Tootie. Bless Lulu. There's a Lulu and a Bless Lulu. That's what I need to do. Hi, Undercover. I put my PayPal in. I don't know. It's at, which I forgot yesterday, and even the whatever. And it's Dakota Dame 0627. I need some air. I'm like roasting. Look at this. I can put the things up by hitting the things, just like other people do. Look at all the people here. Oh, before I forget, I need to write down the half-hour live I did of the kittens. Did you guys see it? It's really darn cute. They come right up close to the iPad. Like right up. They're dark blue eyes. I guess they're going to change color. They're going to change color. Hi, Yvonne Sunshine Jennings. Hello. How was dinner? Not special. Just a frozen pizza. My son's kind of fussy, and my daughter made some burrito things earlier. And what have I eaten? I had a banana. I had a coffee. That's all I've had so far, and it's 7:45. But I'm getting kind of hungry. When the show's over, I'll eat something. Hi, peace, love, and life. Hi. Thank you for the hearts and the roses. That's so sweet, baby girl. All right, you guys. Wait, let me write this down. The half-hour thing. Today's Saturday. Oh, 16. So 16 and a half. So 16 and a half is what I have here. 16 and a half hours. I need to save some money on my card. That's what I need to do so I can get more airtime. I'm glad I just wrote. Okay. Yeah, I need to make a note of that. Save I wonder if there's tax. I better save 25 just in case there's some kind of tax. Or airtime? Is that what it's called? Alrighty then. All right, let me get that off. All right, you guys, let me do this. Look at that. We're 10 minutes into the show and I'm yakking. And hi, everybody. Hi, Side Water. Don't forget. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I have some in here. The breast cancer thing I got years ago. Is it safe to um, drink water that's warm and has been sitting in plastic for a few days? What if it isn't? I better dump this and get some fresh, okay? I'm gonna mute in case my son needs me for something. I don't know. I'll be right back. Thank you for reminding me to drink water. I wouldn't be drinking it right now. I wouldn't be. Hi, Gatorman23, Cameron Finch, Truth Seeker. Hi. Hey, you guys. Well, it is 10:30. I'm hoping Becca's going live in like half an hour. Is she live right now? Is she live? I hope not. Love XX Metal 1994. Welcome. Excuse me. I'm always having the little burps and belches on here, you guys. You know how the lighting is just different? It's different in different things. Hi, Michael Blade. Hi. Hello, everybody. All right. Let's get into it. So this live is about Andrea Yates. I covered Susan Smith yesterday, right? And Andrea Yates, she exhibited severe postpartum depression, it says, postpartum psychosis, and schizophrenia leading up to the murders. I didn't know all this, you guys. Placed the M. Naughton rules, what? Along with the irresistible impulse test for sanity, under close public scrutiny in the United States. What? Okay. This was in 2001. Here's a picture of her. You guys will remember. Remember her? Oh, shoot. I'm going to try not to swear so much. I was really F this, and it was bad. But it was the 4-hour live where I was really excited. I had copy and pasted. When I watched it back, I was like, good grief. All right. Andrea Paya Yates Kennedy. That's a long name. Was born July 3rd, 1964. So she's just 2 years younger than me. Now, anyway. When was this written? Well, anyway. Is an American woman from Houston, Texas, who confessed to drowning her 5 children in their bathtub on June 20, 2001. The case of Yates, who had exhibited severe postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, and schizophrenia, leading up to the murders, placed the M. Naughton rules along with the irresistible impulse test for insanity. Okay, so there's some kind of sanity test, you guys, called irresistible impulse. Under close public scrutiny in the US. So, you know what? I'm going to hit on Naughton rules, see what that is. This is some new stuff. Weird, you guys. Look at this. This is all kind of newish stuff. It's named after this person. In 1856, Daniel M. Naughton. It's also pronounced, see up here, McNaughton. I'm going to read it, okay? The sometimes spelled McNaughton. The Monaughton or McNaughton is any variant of the 1840s jury instruction. Oh, it's a jury instruction in a criminal case when there is a defense of insanity. I didn't know that, you guys. Every man is to be presumed to be sane. Well, man or woman, I would say. That to establish a defense on the ground of defense, but they spelled it wrong, on the ground of insanity. It must be clearly proved that at the time of the committing of the act, the party accused was laboring under such a defect of reason, from disease of the mind, as not to know the nature and quality of the act he was doing, he or she was doing, or if he did it, or if he did know it, that he did not know he was doing what was wrong. Can you guys hear me okay and everything? Hi, Miss Margaret. I want heart. Hello. Got some new people in here. Hi, BM. Hey, woman. What's going on back here? All right. You can lay on my paper, buy it, cat, but not tear it up. Can you guys hear me okay with my fan on low so I don't swelter? Hi, Brittany. Hi. Can you put a 1 in the chat? Tell me if you hear me. Wow, I really think we all need to be looking out for each other. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Stardust says yes. I want heart. Yes. Yay. Okay, very good. The rule was formulated as a reaction to the acquittal in 1843 of Daniel McNaughton on the charge of murdering. Okay, so this picture, black and white picture in 1856, apparently he was charged with murdering an Edward Drummond. Naughton had shot Drummond after mistakenly identifying him as the British Prime Minister Robert Peel, who was the intended target. The House of Lords asked a panel of judges presided over by Sir Nicholas Coignagam, Tyndall, Chief Justice of the Common Pleas, a series of hypothetical questions about the defense of insanity. The principles expounded by this panel have come to be known as the McNaughton rules, though they have gained any status only by usage in the common law, and McNaughton himself would have been found guilty if they had been applied at his trial. The rules so formulated as McNaughton's case, 1843 10C number F200, have been a standard test for criminal liability in relation to mentally disordered defendants in common law jurisdictions ever since, with some minor adjustments. When the tests set out by the rules are satisfied, the accused may be adjudged not guilty by reason of insanity or guilty but insane. Okay, not guilty by reason of insanity or guilty but insane. And the sentence may be a mandatory or discretionary, but usually indeterminate, period of treatment in a secure hospital facility or otherwise is the discretion of the court, depending on the country and the offense charged, instead of a punitive disposal. The insanity defense is recognized in Australia, Canada, England, and Wales, Hong Kong, India, the Republic of Ireland, New Zealand, Norway, and most U.S. states with the exception of Idaho, Kansas, Montana, Utah, and Vermont. And I'm going to mute this to see who's calling really quick. All right, my son and I share a phone. He's lost the last 4 of them, slipping out of pockets and whatnot. So the insanity, okay, I already said that. So all those places, they use this insanity discretionary, I can't remember now what it's called, but anyway. Okay, so, but not all of these jurisdictions still use the McNaughton rules. States that disallow the insanity defense still allow defendants to demonstrate that they are not capable of forming intent to commit a crime as a result of mental illness. All righty, so enough of that. Okay, I want to read about the irresistible impulse test for sanity now, okay? Hi, you guys, where'd she go? My phone rang, and I had to give it to my son because his friend was calling. He has about maybe three close friends that stay in touch with him. Thank God for that. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm not sitting here just reading and talking to myself. Irresistible impulse. Okay. In criminal law, irresistible impulse is a defense by excuse, in this case, some sort of insanity, in which the defendant argues that they should not be held criminally liable for their actions that broke the law because they could not control those actions, even if they knew them to be wrong. Okay, it was added to the McNaughton rule as a basis for acquittal in the mid-20th century. In 1994, Lorena Bobbitt was found not guilty. She was, you guys? I haven't read this. I didn't know this was going to come up, but she was the one that, I'm going to say it, chopped her boyfriend, her husband's Peter off. Remember? I'll just call it Peter. Well, maybe I should say penis. That's what it is. And I'm not monetized, and I should be able to say it anyway. And this is for adults, thank goodness. So anyway, remember Lorena Bobbitt, you guys? She didn't kill him. He lived. She got reason of insanity. Oops, dang it. Comments. What do you guys think of that? Hello? Are you guys here? No, no nothing? No a one, no a laugh emoji, no anything? I'm back. All right, someone give me a one and make sure they know that I'm back. Live, it's ticking away. My camera's on, my voice is on. Yes, she sure did. It was reattached. Might be a little shorter now. Says Tootie. Oh, good. Hi, Country Kitten. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Art Go Show. Hi. Hello. She's all the way from Italy, that Art Go Show. Hi, everybody. Anyway, yeah, okay, I don't know. I thought she was just sitting in prison somewhere for what she did. But of course, she didn't kill him. But still, an insanity. Okay, she's found not guilty when her defense argued that an irresistible impulse led her to cut off her husband's penis in 1994. That was a year before my son was born. All right, in 1994, the Penal Code of the U.S. state of California states, 2002, the defense of diminished capacity is hereby abolished. There shall be no defense of diminished responsibility or irresistible impulse. Wow, diminished responsibility or irresistible impulse. Isn't that funny names? Hi, Miss Margaret. Hi, Peachy. Hi, you guys. The policeman at the elbow test, it's in parentheses. It's in italics. Or is it parentheses? Apostrophes. The policeman at the elbow, that's the name of this test, is a test used by some courts. Oh, okay, that's another name for this irresistible impulse. It's also called policeman at the elbow. Literally, like elbow is written here. Whether the defendant was insane when they committed a crime. To determine whether the defendant was insane when they committed a crime. It is a variant of the McNaughton rules that addresses a situation in which the defendant knew that what they were going to do was wrong, but had no ability to restrain themselves from doing it. The test asks whether they would have done what they did, even if a police officer were standing at their elbow. Hence its name. That's bizarre, you guys. Oh, hi, Tattooed Rebel. Hi. I'm glad you liked the music tonight. Yes, I absolutely loved. I've only heard that one first song you did of Nickelback. And to me, they sound a tad like Three Doors Down, and that's who I thought it was way back when I heard it. But yeah, if I could go to literally any concert, I feel I'd like to go to them. Like, they're just so good. I'm hoping Becca isn't on right now. Her notification came up, but usually that happens in 30 minutes from now. So, and I like to go live around 7-ish my time because for one, it's usually before, Dolly Vision, and also some of the other stations, creator channels. But this is very interesting, I think, Tattooed Rebel. Tattooed Rebel talks about true crime, you guys. I'm trying to get him on the island. If you guys would be willing, every single one of you, in fact, to vote for Tattooed Rebel. He works really hard, and he has a big, big heart. I'm not just saying this because he's here or anything. He has a huge heart for veterans. Huge. You know, a lot of the money that, or any super chats or anything he got in the past, he donated to them. He did. And the whole family's lovely. His wife is Becca, Tattooed Angel 2229. And she's going to have her karaoke tonight. And it usually lasts around 3 hours, sometimes longer. And yeah, and I'll be heading over to sing too. All right, so I'm so glad you're here. It's cool, Paper Cut. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, last night's video, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to take a sip of my Pepsi and it's foaming all over and I don't even know. All of a sudden my pants are wet and I'm sitting in this much water. The night before that, second time ever in my whole life, ice cubes were popping so loud it made me scream. Like, you never know what's going to happen on YouTube. It's weird. Anyway, you guys, sub up if you would to Tattooed Angel 2229 and Tattooed Rebel. He also has White Trash Family, which that's just the name of his show. It's not a derogatory name. It's what they chose for their other channel. It's really good too. Hi, Anna. Oh, Blue Bayou. I looked up some Linda Ronstadt. I could try that one tonight. It might be a tad too low for my voice, but maybe not. Hi, Shannon. Just sing here, Tina. Oh, you're so funny. Eventually I might sing a song or something sometime. Maybe when I have guests up, maybe we could all do a song. I don't know. But for now I'm kind of saving it for Becca's channel, and yeah. And then Tattooed Rebel, as I say, had his bonfire. Oh no, it was the concert today at 4 o'clock my time, 7ish his, and the bonfire, which was more music that the people in the chat get to pick. And then he plays. He's Wolfman Rebel. Remember Wolfman Jack, you guys? I say he's Wolfman Rebel. He's really good at being a DJ. Is that what you're called? A DJ? DJ/host. All right. Thank you for coming over. Hi, Banana Freckles. Hi, everybody. Hope I didn't miss a name. So, okay, so it says, okay, so I ended with the police officer standing at their elbow. Weird. I got to read this too. Irresistible impulse in English law. In English law, the concept of irresistible impulse was developed in the 1960 case R versus Byrne, Byrne. The appellant, described as a violent appellant, that must be appellant. Well, it says APPELLANT. Maybe it is appellant. Peel would be EA, right? Well, anyway, described as a violent sexual psychopath, strangled and mutilated a young woman. It was alleged that Burns suffered from violent and perverted sexual desires, which he found impossible to control. Broadened the definition. His name was Lord Parker C.J. Broadened the definition of abnormality of mind to include those lacking the ability to exercise willpower to control acts in accordance with their rational judgment. Weird. His name was Lord Parker. That's my son's name. CJ. English law. So he was, probably a Brit, because Parker is actually a British name. It means something the park. It does. All right, enough of that. That was interesting, I thought anyway. We'll get back to Andrea Yates. Half an hour into this, and okay. At Yates' 2002 trial, and for the people that came in late, we're talking about her. Later, Andrea Yates in 2001. She's the one, right, you guys, that drowned her 5 children, which I think were all boys, on purpose. Chuck Rosenthal, the district attorney in Harris County, this was in Texas, asked for the death penalty. Yates was convicted of capital murder, but the jury refused the death penalty option. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 40 years. Okay, that was the first time. I knew she was retried. The verdict was overturned on appeal in light of false testimony by one of the supposed expert psychiatric witnesses. On July 26, 2006, okay, that's 4 years later, a Texas jury in a retrial found that Yates was not guilty by reason of insanity. She was consequently committed by the court to the high security North Texas State Hospital in Vernon, where she received medical treatment and was a roommate of Dina Schlosser, another woman who committed infanticide by killing her infant daughter in January 2007. Yates was moved to Kerrville State Hospital, a low-security state mental hospital in Kerrville, Texas. Wow, you guys. This is her background. Hi, Team Rose. Hi there. Yep. Make sure you guys have notifications on all. Hi, everybody. So I'm reading about the Andrea Yates, Rose. Very quickly, since you just came in, I'll show this picture of her again. You guys remember her? Drowned her 5, I believe all boys, could be wrong. This is her little bit of background. And I just talked, Rose, about the McNaughton rule, I think it was, and the irresistible impulse test. And I didn't know this, but she did have the postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis. She exhibited severe these things. And schizophrenia. I didn't know. Okay, so Andrea Yates was born Andrea Pia Kennedy in Houston, Texas, the youngest of the 5 children of Jutta Karen Kohler, a German immigrant, and Andrew Emmett Kennedy, whose parents were Irish immigrants. Yates suffered from bulimia and depression during her teenage years, and at the age 17, spoke to a friend about suicide. Yates graduated from Milby High School in 1982. She was the class valedictorian, captain of the swim team, and an officer in the National Honor Society. Yates then completed a 2-year pre-nursing program at the University of Houston and graduated from the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston. Wow, you guys, she had like so much going for her in a way. And I'm also talking about these women just because, was it 3 days or 2 days ago? You know, I'm talking about men or women, parents, I mean. Why so many are killing their children, like, now? But it's been going on pretty prevalently, you guys, since the 1960s. Because there's a man, can't remember his name, I'm sorry, but who studied this stuff. And maybe it's just more well known right now because of the internet. I don't know. From 1986 until 1994, Yates worked as a registered nurse at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. Wow, I didn't know that. She was a nurse, you guys? In a cancer center? I'm not trying to like all glorify her and ooh, what she didn't do to her sons isn't bad. It's horrific and disgusting. I'm just reading about her past. Yeah, mental illness doesn't discriminate. In Andrea's case, Lulu says, I really believe the illness killed these children. I do too. I do too. She was very religious, though, too, wasn't she? Like, very deeply religious. Like, if I don't take you out of this world, you can't live in this world. It's too evil type. I heard some of that kind of thing, but I'll keep reading. In summer 1989, she met Russell Rusty Yates, a NASA engineer. Her husband was a NASA engineer, you guys, at the Sunscape Apartments in Houston. They soon moved in together and were married on April 17th, 1993. Yates and her husband, a devout evangelical Christian, announced that they would seek to have as many babies as nature allowed, and bought a 4-bedroom house in Friendswood, Texas. Their first child, Noah, was born in February 1994, just before Rusty accepted a job offer in Florida, causing them to relocate to a small trailer in Seminole. By the time of the birth of their third child, Paul, they had moved back to Houston and purchased a GMC motorhome. Following the birth of her fourth child, Luke, Yates' depression resurfaced. On June 16, 1999, Rusty found her shaking and chewing her fingers. The next day, she attempted suicide by overdosing on pills, leading to her being hospitalized and prescribed antidepressants. Soon after her release, Yates begged Rusty to let her die as she held a knife up to her neck. Once again hospitalized, she was given a plethora of medications, including Haldol, an antipsychotic drug. Yates' condition improved immediately, and she was prescribed it upon her release. After this incident, Rusty moved the family into a small house for the sake of her health. She appeared temporarily stabilized. In July 1999, Yates had a nervous breakdown, which culminated in 2 suicide attempts and 2 psychiatric hospitalizations that summer. She was subsequently diagnosed with postpartum psychosis. Yates' first psychiatrist, Dr. Eileen Starbranch, testified that she urged her and Rusty not to have any more children, as it would guarantee future psychotic depression. They conceived their 5th and final child approximately 7 weeks after her discharge. Yates stopped taking Haldol in March 2000 and gave birth to her daughter, Mary, 9 months later. She did have a little girl. She had a Luke and a Paul, and they didn't say the names of the other 2, did they? Or did I just forget? And now Mary. All names from the Bible, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but every name is from the Bible. Yates seemed to be coping well until the death of her father on March 12, 2001. She then stopped taking medication, mutilated herself, read the Bible feverishly, and stopped feeding Mary. Are you serious, you guys? Hi, Jovalicious. She stopped feeding the little girl. Hey, Tina, look up Courtney Taylor, Whiteley County, Kentucky. All right, I'm glad I saw this because my comments are not coming up. Where's my pen? They're not coming up on my lives after. I mean, they're just not, and maybe they never will. I'm gonna Google that. I want to find out when comments come up. Do you have to be monetized to read the comments? When? Because I meant to do this yesterday. When do you see comments in YouTube? Okay, and the name is Courtney Taylor. And then there's the other one I have to look up too, the Zoe Felix, I think it was. But now I got to go look at it. Courtney, where is it? Courtney Taylor. Whitley or Whiteley? Oh, Whitley, because it's L-E-Y. Whitley County, Kentucky. I know you're from Kentucky. I'm not doxing you. You set it up on panel and stuff. So, is she missing? Does it say here? Yes, Tootie, she did need a break. Oh my God, one of my oldest channels came up into my feed. Can I share it here just to show you what I used to look like? How would you share it? I don't want to do the panel. Well, actually, I said I would let Tony come up on the last live. So I will do a little bit of panel, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Do you need... Hi, TCCT. Hi. Thanks for coming over and saying hi. Hi, Donna Clark. Yeah, Dumplin', what I'm doing is, was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago? I think it was 3 now. My brain just went, I need to look into why so many parents are killing their children these days, right? And then when I typed it in, there's like 5 different categories, right? Everything from revenge on the partner to the suicide and killing them, altruistic, which was one of the names of one of them, which means I think that they would do better off living or something, or I mean, dying or whatever than being in this world, the ideas. And then another one was psychotic episodes. And then another one, oh, there was more than that. And then another one was the neglect, where they're neglected long enough to where they eventually die. And then another one was drugs, right? Drug use and that kind of thing. And then another one, maybe there were 8 or something, was the psychosis. And it said a lot of men and women that kill their children that are have been convicted and are imprisoned, it was due to psychosis or drugs, I believe they said. Anyway, so yesterday I did a video. I'm trying to get one out every day. Well, I have been every day except one day. Since I started about 10 days ago, I talked about Susan Smith. And did you know, Dumplin', are you still in here? Oh, offed her family. Okay, this Courtney Taylor offed her family? Oh my God. Offed her family. I'm glad I spotted that. Anyway, Dumplin', and for all the rest of you in chat, 7 people went to Susan Smith's, where she murdered Alex and Michael, this 14-month-old baby boy, or maybe 16 months, I think 14. And the 3-year-old boy, the older one, was that Alex or was that Mike? Anyway, 7 people went there to put flowers and to visit the memorial, and they drowned. So that means their car rolled in, because you're not just going to have 7 people walk in the water and all drown. 4 of them were children. And that happened, when was it, you guys? I think it was 4 years after the memorial was erected. And I showed a picture of it. I didn't know that. Remember that, Team Rose? You were in here. Hi, Diana Lopez. Hey, Love Bug, I'm about to make coffee too. What in the world? Yeah, 7 people. I'm not even kidding. 4 children. Yeah. At that site. At the So they showed a picture of the memorial, and there were flowers and some stuffed animals, and maybe it's different today. I wonder what it looks like today. But yeah, hi Genevieve. Yeah, given her husband pushed her into the last pregnancy, I'm betting he didn't treat her well regarding her hair pulling, maybe trichotillomania. Yeah. Hi Donna Clark. Oh, with a 7, I said I was going to start at 7. I started at like 7:35. Oh, 7 question mark of how many? 7. 7. 4 kids, 3 adults. So, and they died by drowning. So that tells me they were in the car, the brake came undone or something, and they rolled in. How could not any of them get out? I don't know. Can I kick it? Hi. Hi, you guys. Thanks for all hopping over here. Jovalicious, I already said her her name. I'm assuming that's a woman. I probably shouldn't, but hang on. I got to put it on mute for a second. Ugh. All right, all right. Sorry about that. What did I miss? Anything here? Hey, dumpling and all this. Okay. Okay, and I want to add the Zoe thing on here. That was Zoe Felix. And super quick. Was she in Texas? Topeka, Kansas. Zoe Felix, a lady, I believe it was yesterday, in chat wanted me to look up this one, Topeka, Kansas also. All right. What I'm going to do is just make sure I have paper and pen right here from now on. And not that, people want to donate, but I'm going to type in super quick because I did it in the beginning and I actually have learned how to pin, but I haven't, like, I have to get my notes over here and figure it out. There she is. Hello. Wait, where did I go? Oh, I went over to the calendar. Yeah. Um, Ms. Margaret, I live about an hour from Topeka, Kansas. I've never been to Kansas. That would be a really neat place to visit. Hi to Boston's, wait, where'd it go? To Boston's mom. Hello. Thank you so much. Please hit the like, you guys. That'll help me. Like, I'm pretty good about remembering, but then, like, for example, on Dolly Vision, I assumed I hit it. And he said, hit the like, and I looked down and I hadn't hit it. And if we all hit the like, it really, really helps. And please subscribe to my channel if you will. I'm not nearing 700, but, and eventually I'll stop talking about numbers. I'm just excited. I think I was 649 or something before this show started, or before I did this program. All right, I got to get back to this. Okay, so remember I said that she stopped feeding her little daughter, Mary? That's so sad. It almost makes me want to cry. Okay, so I was reading Yates seemed to be coping well until the death of her father on March 12th, 2001. She then stopped taking medication, mutilated herself, read the Bible feverishly, and stopped feeding Mary. I'm talking about Andrea Yates for people that are coming in later, who drowned her 4 boys and her little girl. And she was suffering from postpartum psychosis and schizophrenia. And her psychiatrist even said, you need to stop, don't have any more children, don't have any more babies. But they were, and what's the word? Evangelical Christians, and wanted to have as many babies as God would allow them to, or nature, I guess the father said. Okay. Andrea Yates, became so incapacitated that she required immediate hospitalization. On April 1st, 2001, Yates came under the care of Dr. Mohammed Saeed. She was treated and released. On May 3rd, 2001, she degenerated back into a near catatonic state and filled the bathtub in the middle of the day. She would later confess to police that she had planned to drown the children that day, but had decided against doing it then. Yikes. Jeez, you guys. Hi, Ms. Ann Horn. Hi. What? Yes, and because of all of you, I'm fighting like hell. Okay, so you're doing well, I'm assuming. Pitbull Mama, hi. Any names I ever miss? Don't be offended. Peachy. Oh my God, you guys, I thought I lost it all. Somebody unplugged it to reboot their system. And I thought I was on mute. Did everybody hear me getting upset? Yeah, see? All right, I'm back. Can you guys see me? I'm assuming the internet went wanky and now it's okay. Oh my Lord, you were muted. Oh, thank God. There you are, doing the disappearance act. I need a drink of my warm water. Certainly not cold. That's all right. It's been an hour. Okay, where was I? Okay, so in 2001, she degenerated back into her near catatonic state, filled the bathtub in the middle of the day. She would later confess to police that she had planned to drown the children that day, but had decided against doing it then. Yates was hospitalized the next day after a scheduled doctor visit. Her psychiatrist determined she was probably suicidal and assumed she had filled the tub to drown herself. Interesting. Yeah, who was it that told me to get water? Somebody in chat said, get your water. This is a really good idea. I haven't had my Pepsi yet. I'm gonna. And I bought some diet. I know it's not good for you, but ginger ale, and supposedly that's good. Hi, Steve Grow. Hello, welcome. I mean, welcome to all of you, but I'm seeing some new names. Please hit the like. Woohoo! All right. I'm reading about Andrea Yates, who in Texas in 2001 drowned her four boys and her little girl. They were all young. I don't know the ages, something like 7 and 5 and 4 and 3. And you know what I mean? Just right down the line. And she had psychosis and she had postpartum psychosis and schizophrenia. I mean, she was diagnosed with those things. Not that that's an excuse. I'm not justifying. So we're reading her background and what happened. And I'm doing a show on this. Maybe it's not true crime, or it is true crime from the past. But 3 days ago, I was just like in my room going, because another thing came up on my email, actually, of mother stabbing her children to death. I think like 4. And I'm just like, what the heck? Every day somewhere. I mean, all right, that's exaggerating. All the time. Well, that's exaggerating. Almost every day. It seems like it's happening. And I'm sure it's happening like around the world, not just the United States. Anyway, so I started digging into that, and then Susan Smith came up, and now this lady. So I covered Susan Smith on my last video. Please watch it, you guys, if you haven't seen it. And now Andrea Yates tonight. Okay. At the time of the murders, the Yates family was living in the Houston suburb of Clear Lake City. Yates continued under Dr. Saeed's care until June 20, 2001, when Rusty left for work, leaving her alone to watch the children against Dr. Saeed's instructions to supervise her around the clock. Rusty's mother, Dora Yates, had been scheduled to arrive an hour later to take over for Andrea. In the space of that hour, Andrea Yates drowned all 5 children. Wow. Oh gosh, trigger warning, you guys. Yates started with John, Paul, and Luke, and then laid them in her bed. She then drowned Mary, whom she left floating in the tub. My problem is I visualize everything. Noah came in and asked what was wrong with Mary. He then ran, but Yates soon caught and drowned him. She left him floating in the tub and laid Mary in John's arms in the bed. I've never heard this, you guys. Maybe it came up in the trial and stuff. She then called the police, repeatedly saying she needed an officer, but refusing to say why. She then called Rusty and told him to come home right away. Hi, Donnie. Tony, all right, I'm out, folks. Don't like tears. Well, I'm back to normal now, but I mean, it just sounds so methodical. And to think that, you know, I don't know, that they weren't all killed immediately. All right, trials. Yates confessed to drowning her children prior to her second trial. She told Dr. Michael Wellner that she waited for Rusty to leave for work that morning before filling the bathtub because she knew he would have prevented her from harming them. After the murders, police found the family dog locked up. Rusty advised Wellner that it had normally been allowed to run free and was so when he had left the house, leading the psychiatrist to allege that she locked it in a cage to prevent it from interfering with her killing the children one by one. Rusty got a family friend, George Parnham, to act as her attorney. Although the defense's expert testimony agreed that Yates was psychotic, Texas law requires that in order to successfully assert the insanity defense, the defendant must prove that they could not discern right from wrong at the time of the crime. In March 2002, a jury rejected the insanity defense and found Yates guilty. Although the prosecution had sought the death penalty, the jury refused that option. The trial court sentenced Yates to life imprisonment in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with the eligibility for parole in 40 years. On January 6, 2005, a Texas Court of Appeals reversed the convictions because California psychiatrist and prosecution witness Dr. Park Dietz admitted they had given materially false testimony during the trial. In his testimony, Dietz had stated that shortly before the murders, an episode of Law and Order had aired featuring a woman who drowned her children and was acquitted of murder by reason of insanity. Author Suzanne O'Malley, who was covering the trial for the Oprah magazine, the New York Times magazine, NBC News, had previously been a writer for Law and Order and immediately reported that no such episode existed. The appellate court held unanimously that the jury might have been influenced by Dietz's false testimony and therefore a new trial would be necessary. Law and Order Criminal Intent did air an episode 2 years later, based in part on Yates' case. "81 is a lot of viewers. Thank you. Well, I'm down to 77 now. Is it because I got teared up? 4 split. Okay. On January 9, 2006, Yates again entered pleas of not guilty by reason of insanity. On February 1st, 2006, she was granted release on bail on the condition that she be admitted to a mental health treatment facility. On July 26, 2006, after 3 days of deliberations, Yates was found not guilty by reason of insanity as defined by the state of Texas. She was therefore committed to the North Texas State Hospital Vernon campus. In January 2007, she was moved to the Kerrville State Hospital, a low-security mental facility in Kerrville, Texas. Although psychiatrists for both the prosecution and the defense agreed that Yates was severely mentally ill with one of several psychotic diseases at the time she killed her children, the state of Texas asserted that she was, by legal definition, aware enough to judge her actions as right or wrong, despite her mental defect. The prosecution further implied spousal revenge as motive for the killings. Spousal revenge. Despite the conclusion of defense experts that there was no evidence to support such a motive, although the original jury believed she was legally aware of her actions, they disagreed that her motive was spousal revenge. Interesting. This is about her husband, Rusty Yates. According to trial testimony in 2006, Dr. Saeed advised Rusty Yates not to leave his wife unattended. However, Rusty began leaving her alone with the children in the weeks leading up to the drownings for short periods of time, apparently believing it would improve her independence despite her doctor's instructions. Rusty had announced at a family gathering the weekend before the drownings that he had decided to leave Yates home alone for an hour each morning and evening so that she would not become totally dependent on him and his mother for her maternal responsibilities. Brother. Andrea Yates's brother, Brian Kennedy, claimed during a broadcast of CNN's Larry King Live that Rusty expressed to him in 2001 while transporting her to a mental treatment facility that all depressed people needed was a swift kick in the pants to get them motivated. Her mother expressed shock when she heard of Rusty's plan while at the gathering with them, saying Yates wasn't stable enough to care for her children. She noted that Yates demonstrated she wasn't in her right mind when she nearly choked Mary by trying to feed her solid food, the little girl. According to authors Susie Spencer and Suzanne O'Malley, who investigated her story in great detail, it was during a phone call Dr. Saeed made to Rusty during the breaking news of the killings that Saeed first learned that she was not being supervised full-time. Yates' first psychiatrist, Dr. Starbranch, says she was shocked to disbelief when during an office visit with the couple, they expressed a desire to discontinue her medications so she could become pregnant again. What on earth? What on earth, you guys? Oh, good night, Tony. Good night. You have a nice evening. Thank you for coming by like you do, and everyone else for that matter. Damn, still here. I see he asked to come up on panel. My last show with the kittens, which are really funny. You guys should see it. I've got some good close-ups of them, and they're walking. Oh my, and they're playing with each other, and one is going like this, like he's going to play attack the other one, like in a slow motion, and then he licks his paws. He does it over and over again. He doesn't even touch the other cat. It's really funny. The other kitten. But anyway, we'll get you up here again soon, okay, Tony? Okay, she warned and counseled them against having more children and noted in the medical record 2 days later, apparently patient and husband plan to have as many babies as nature will allow. This will surely guarantee future psychotic depression. Nevertheless, Yates became pregnant with her 5th child. Okay, so she had 4 at that point. Mary, only 7 weeks after being discharged from Dr. Starbranch's care on January 12th, 2000. So she had her 5th child a little over a month and a half later after being discharged. Which means during that appointment with her husband, she was already very pregnant, right? Rusty stated to the media he was never told by psychiatrists that Yates was psychotic, nor that she could harm the children, and that had he known otherwise, he would have never had more children. If I'd known she was psychotic, we'd never have even considered having more kids, he told the Dallas Observer. However, Yates revealed to her prison psychiatrist, Dr. Melissa Ferguson, that prior to their last child, she had told Rusty that she did not want to have sex because Dr. Starbranch had said she might hurt her children. Rusty, she says, simply asserted his procreative religious beliefs and complimented her as a good mother and persuaded her that she could handle more children. Okay, I'm getting pissed now. Are you guys? This pisses me off. I mean, good grief. And I learned in my New Beginnings class that I talked about a few videos ago for domestic violence and learning about it and boundaries. And it's not just a place where you talk, you get like certificates for finishing months of classes. And anyway, there's marital rape. I mean, we all know that, but it's a real thing. I'm not saying Rusty raped her. But again, maybe she did. She said, no, I don't want to have sex. So if you say no and even give into it, I think it's marital rape. It was 20 years ago I took the classes. You know, I was in domestic violence situation and I had chosen kind of the wrong kind of insensitive, downright mean near the end men in my life. Boyfriends, stuff like that. Wow. O'Malley highlighted Rusty's continuing sense of unreality regarding having more children. During the trial, he successfully maintained the position that Yates would be found innocent. Rusty, her husband. He had fantasies of having more children with her after she was successfully treated in a mental health facility and released on the proper medication. He worked his way through various fixes for their damaged lives, such as a surrogate, motherhood, and adoption, horrifying her family, attorneys, and Houston psychiatrists before giving in to reality. What on earth, you guys? I didn't see the whole trial, all right? I wasn't, in the 90s, I didn't even I don't even know if I had TV. I mean, I started watching like cable and stuff when I moved into these apartments in 2001 for just like a couple of years. And then cable got too expensive. And I'd say for 4 or something, I didn't have any kind of TV or anything, you know, and then the Roku came out and then you could have this and that. And yeah. But in the 80s, I didn't watch TV. In the 70s, my dad had a little teeny TV when I lived with him and my sister from the age of 10 to 14 in South Dakota. And we would watch Little House in the Prairie and that show Emergency, right? And I think Hee Haw. And frankly, I think that's about it. That was eons ago. What in the world? Hi, lunch lady. I know, you guys. I mean, I don't want to blame him, but he's definitely has some accountability. I'm sorry. Major accountability, I believe, for his children being gone. I'm just going to say that. The medical community. Hour and 20 minutes so far. Rusty contended that as a psychiatrist, Dr. Saeed was responsible. I gotta take a breath. It's a lot of reading. For recognizing and properly treating Yates' psychosis, not a medically untrained person like himself. He claimed that despite his urging to check her medical records for prior treatment, Dr. Saeed had refused to continue her regimen of the antipsychotic Haldol. So Rusty is basically blaming Dr. Saeed for some things here. He said that Saeed had refused to continue her regimen of the antipsychotic Haldol, the treatment that had worked for her during her first breakdown in 1999. The real question to me is, how could she have been so ill and the medical community not diagnose her? This is what he's saying, Rusty. Not treat her, and obviously not protect our family from her. Rusty testified that he never knew that she had visions and voices. He said he never knew she had considered killing the children. Neither did Dr. Saeed, even though the delusions could have been found in medical records from 1999. He reluctantly prescribed Haldol, the same drug that worked in a drug cocktail for her in 1999, but after a few weeks, he took her off the drug, citing his concerns about side effects. Though her condition seemed to be worsening 2 days before the drownings, when Rusty drove her to Dr. Saeed's office, he testified the doctor refused to try Haldol longer or return her to the hospital. I don't know, that might have been a mistake if it was working for her earlier. He's concerned, though, about side effects, but you don't you have to, like, I don't know, try things, and then if the side effects are really bad, then taper yourself off and augment or try another one, right? I don't know. I'm just speaking on what my son goes through with things and stuff like that, of what I know. Okay. Rusty added that his wife was too sick to be discharged from her last stay in the hospital in May 2001. He said he noticed the staff lower their heads as if in shame and embarrassment, turning away without saying a word. The hospital had no other choice due to the 10-day psychiatric hospitalization insurance constraints of their provider, Blue Cross Blue Shield, subcontracted by Magellan Health Services. I've never paid for cable, Tony says. Lulu, the left wing are pretty vocal. It's becoming a real nanny state. So Lulu's from Australia, it looks like also. Lulu's from Australia. Artgo Show is from Australia. Melly Joe is from Australia. Ghost Devil, who made my paper cut Tina. Show it really quick. Avatar thing, he made this avatar, right? And then Maria G from the UK, isn't that pretty? Got me this beautiful cup, but I had to tape whatever that's called, duct tape, because I broke the handle, but it still works. All right. Antidepressants and homicidal ideation. As you guys all know, there's suicidation also, but not in regards to here. Rusty and his relatives claimed a combination of antidepressants improperly prescribed by Dr. Saeed in the days before the tragedy were responsible for Yates' psychotic behavior. According to Dr. Maura Dolan, executive director of the Medical Accountability Network, homicidal ideation was added to the warning label of the antidepressant drug Effexor as a rare adverse event in 2005. Yates, she said, had been taking 450 milligrams. What? What? I'm not trying to be overly dramatic here, but that's shocking. I've never heard of anyone taking a medication, and I'm sure they do, but I've never heard of it over like 200, maybe even 250. And listen to this. This is why I'm saying what? 450 milligrams, which is twice the recommended maximum dose. Oh, I thought she had to take it twice a day. Okay, it was twice the recommended maximum dose for a month before killing her children. Wow. That's still out there these days, you guys. Effexor is out there. Which, you know, if you're on it and it's working for you, that's good, right? Dr. Lucy Puryear, an expert witness hired by Yates' defense team, countered this contention regarding the administration of her antidepressants, saying the dosages prescribed by Dr. Saeed are not uncommon in practice and had nothing at all to do with her re-emergent psychosis. She suggested rather that Yates' psychosis returned as a result of the Haldol having been discontinued by her doctor 2 weeks earlier. The oral form of Haldol takes 4 to 6 days after discontinuation to reach a terminal plasma level under 1.5%, a medical standard for complete elimination of a drug from the body. Wow. Okay, so now I'm going to read, it's not too long, religious influences, and then the thing about divorce. And I'm going to end that here. All right. Yeah, Ms. Margaret definitely could have fried her brain. Team Rose, lots of men see women and children as property. Lulu, I have a son on Effexor. It honestly made, I was on. I saw Iowa and then son. Okay, I was on Effexor. It honestly made me crazy. Terrible, awful drug. It's so hard to come off. Wow. Hi, Justice Jane. Yeah, treated her like flippin' property, you guys. Wow. Oh, can I kick it? I heard that I can mention these names. And this is what Team Rose told me. Whoops. Gosh darn it, you guys. Where is it? Right here. Because I'm not monetized. Paper cut, is it against the YouTube rules to mention those pharmacy drugs? Don't want you to get into trouble. Thank you for looking out for me. Hi, just a small town girl. Hello. Yeah, so, right? I got a thing from Messenger today from Rose saying I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about swearing. Like nothing. But you know what? I need to make sure for me. It's not that I don't believe you, Rose, but this is another thing I'm going to look into. Whoops. Stating drugs. Stating names. Oh, why am I yawning? It's only 9:07. Stating names of drugs and swearing. And then I'll write allowed question mark. Or allowed on YouTube. On YouTube. Yeah, I would hate to get a strike or a whatever. Okay. Religious influences. Oops. Religious influences, you guys. Media outlets allege that Michael Warrenicki, an itinerant preacher whom Rusty had met while attending Auburn University, bore some responsibility for the deaths due to certain teachings which were found in his newsletter titled The Perilous Times, which the Yateses had received on occasion. Yateses, not Yateses, Yateses had received on occasion, which was entered into evidence at the trial. Interesting. Both Warrenicki and Rusty have rejected these accusations. Rusty said that his family's relationship with Waraniki was not that close, and that Waraniki did not cause her delusions. Waraniki maintained that his correspondence with them was intended to help them strengthen their marriage and find the love that he says his own family had found in Jesus. Both men agreed that the alleged connection between his message and her mental state was nothing more than media-created fiction. While in prison, Yates stated that she had considered killing the children for 2 years, adding that they thought she was not a good mother and claiming that her sons were developing improperly. She told her jail psychiatrist it was the 7th deadly sin. My children weren't righteous. They stumbled because I was evil. The way I was raising them, they could never be saved. They were doomed to perish in the fires of hell. My God, you guys. All right, I'm really out this time. All right, good night, Tony. Oh, that was a little while back. Hi, Wind and Whim. Hi, you guys. Hi, everybody. Hope I didn't miss another name. Okay. An hour and 31 minutes. So I'm going to just read, it's like 3 sentences on divorce here. Divorce. In August 2004, Rusty filed for divorce. So he filed for divorce. Okay, she did this in 2001, and then wasn't it 2004 was the trial, or 2003? It was a year or two later, and then he filed for divorce, stating that he and Yates had not lived together as a married couple since the day of the murders. The divorce was granted on March 17, 2005, after which Rusty began dating his second wife, Laura Arnold. They married on March 25, 2006, and had one son. Arnold filed for divorce in 2015. I don't know. That just pisses me off too. You know what I mean? I mean, think about that. Gets her pregnant over and over again. I know it can take 2, but obviously he was beyond pushy. The children are dead. She's sitting in a mental ward somewhere, and he's off remarrying and even having another child. Just, I didn't know this stuff. It's upsetting. I'll probably dream about this darn case tonight. Who knows? All right, you guys, it's been an hour and a half, and it ended. And for people that came in late, I'm feeling bad for her now. And don't get me wrong, just because I feel bad for someone doesn't mean I justify what they did. Do you know what I mean? It really doesn't. All right. Thank you for coming over here, everybody, to I Just Don't Give a Sip. But I do. It's about cyberbullying and things I care about that. I need to watch the way I say that. The attacks on me, I don't care about anymore. I suppose I should, but I've kind of been through a lot. Hey, hi, Cindy C. I'm just ending the live, hun. It's been an hour and a half. Please like and subscribe. It'll be right on YouTube. Well, I'm on YouTube now, I guess. I keep forgetting I'm on YouTube while I'm StreamYarding over here. On YouTube, it's like black and the chat's colorful. On StreamYard, everything's very bright and white with a little bit of writing. Yeah, so I'm going to go and thank you from the bottom, middle, and top of my heart for visiting me and listening and giving a darn what I have to say and about these older cases. And maybe we'll never really know why so many parents are killing their children these days, but we're getting an idea of the different diagnoses, whatever the word is, diagnoses, I think it is, of these people that do these things. It's not always that they're just evil or they're just on drugs or they're just monsters. But again, It is monstrous. It's yeah, I gotta just stop talking about it. But thank you for coming. I'll see you guys soon. My PayPal, if I'm not gonna do the monetization thing. I don't think ever, frankly. Like really. I don't think I am. My PayPal is at Dakota Dame 0627. And I guess they all have to be together. I was typing it wrong. I forgot the at symbol. Maria G reminded me. I don't expect anything. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys. Go over to Tattooed Angels, gosh darn it, karaoke. I'm going to sing. I did one song last night by Air Supply, All Out of Love, and I guess it turned out pretty well. I never know what I'm going to sing. I just pull it up. I practice it a couple of times while the others are singing, and then I come up and wing it. So sub and like to her if you guys would. And it's Tattooed Angel 2229. And frankly, that's where I'm going to head right now. So maybe I'll see you guys over there. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming. And I should be doing a live of some sort tomorrow. I doubt it'll be more on this. It'll maybe be another person that, hurt/offed their children. I don't even like to say the other words. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Thank you. Hit the like, please. Subscribe if you will. Thank you.